Did I leave my husband and are we getting a divorce? We got to talk about this, but before we get into it, hello, my name is Sebastian and I spill pop culture tea videos every single day. So if you're looking for a new messy best friend, you have found me. You guys, welcome back. I didn't think I would have to make a video like this, but I proved myself wrong. There's been a lot of comments, a lot of questions, and there's been a lot of DMs speculating and asking me questions. Where's Andy? Where's Andy? Are you guys okay? Did you leave him? Why are you alone? So I thought this is a perfect time for me to just, let you guys in and tell you everything. Now, listen, I talk about pop culture. I spill tea on celebrities, and if you put yourself out there, then you have to understand that, there are some things that you are going to sometimes have to do. And that's, putting your stuff out there. So I'm going to be very honest in this conversation with you guys. You guys know I love to refer to you, and I really do mean it for you guys, like my messy besties. And I share everything with you. I don't lie. I don't hold back. And I don't get embarrassed either. A lot of people tell me in my real life, like, maybe you share a little too much. When I talked about certain things, like, I don't know, like getting diarrhea in a museum, or my hemorrhoids, or, my embarrassing moments. Like, I don't care. We're all human. Shit happens, literally. And, I just like to be honest with you guys. So the reason this question has come about is because I am traveling alone, and so is my husband. And, when I first started getting this question, I was like, oh my God, like, wow, and I got a very long message from someone I have not even talked to, that I know in person in a very long time, asking me if my husband and I were still together. So to answer your question, yes, we are still together. We are not divorcing, and I did not leave him. I didn't run away with an Italian on a freaking moped, and now I'm living the Italian life. I'm going to explain to you something. When my brother passed away in 2012, I stopped living, okay? I started feeling like I was on autopilot. It's not like I didn't want to live, because I did. I respect life and God too much for that. But I just kind of, on autopilot. I didn't enjoy anything. I was numb. I was numb for many, many years. And I feel like even though I have lived and had a beautiful, beautiful years since, with my husband and opportunities and you guys and everything, I still feel like I, deep down inside, was always numb. And so when we were talking about our 10-year anniversary, wedding anniversary, a couple of years ago, we knew that we wanted to save up and to come to Europe. So that was always something that we were doing. But then I just felt this need to get to know me, and to figure out who I am, figure out what I want, and face some fears. There's this song that I love from Crazy Ex-Girlfriend that says, face your fears, stare them down, don't be scared, stand your ground, 'cause nothing is as scary as it appears. All you gotta do is face your fears. So I told my husband, I want to find out who I am. Some people, they go off to college and they backpack around Europe, or they take solo trips to find themselves. And I never did that. With the loss of my brother, I had to jump into action, take care of my grandmother, who was battling Alzheimer's and dementia. And I did that for years. And, then I met my husband, and then we moved to Los Angeles, and then YouTube, and then other things, and then, all these things. So I never really understood who I was and what I can offer to the world, and really really kind of just dig deep down inside and have time for myself and be by myself. Now, I saw so many people being so worried about me being alone, but here's the tea, okay? The places that I've chosen to go alone, I know at least one or two people. So I am alone because I'm not with these people, right, every day, but you know, it's still kind of okay. You know what I mean? So don't be worried. This is something that I think everyone should do, is have some time for themselves and figure out who they are, understand what you're capable of doing. Going to a restaurant by yourself, walking by yourself, having to take public transportation by myself. This is all very new to me. And as someone who has battled anxiety and depression for many, many years, and grief, literally grief that I couldn't even get out of bed, grief that hurt, pain in my stomach, I thought this is something I need to do. And I'm so grateful for it. I have gone to church a lot. I have sightseed. I have done things that I will share with you guys a little bit later. A lot of exciting things, some new projects. I mean, so many exciting things, that also a lot of scary moments, you know, being by yourself and talking to people. I hate talking to strangers sometimes. I get so nervous, like even at stores or restaurants. Like, for example, tonight, I came back from a trip to Lake Como, which I'm going to show you guys all of it. But I came back from Lake Como and I was like, okay, I'm a little hungry. You know, what should I eat or whatever? And I went to like 3 different places and I just said, I got anxiety and I had to leave each restaurant because I was like, no, I don't know. I was overwhelmed. So those are the things that I'm working on. You guys know I started therapy, and this is also something that I talked to my therapist about, and she encouraged me to do this. So I feel like when my brother passed, he took a part of me, and now I want that part of me back. And I know that sounds very, maybe crazy or mean. I don't know if it's mean or I don't know. I don't know if it's a bad thing or a good thing, but I want that part back. I want that happy Sebastian. You guys, when I do videos, I love it, and it's the biggest blessing in the world. But sometimes when I shut that camera off, I'm numb again. And I love to entertain. I love making people laugh. And I know how to put it on for everyone. And it's not that it's fake. It's just I don't want people to see me like this. I don't want people to see me sad or depressed or filled with anxiety. And this is why I'm choosing to do this adventure and bring you guys along, of course. But because I want to really figure out who I am. I want to learn how to love myself. I don't love myself. I want to learn how to be by myself. I want to learn how to cherish the people around me more. I want to build new boundaries. I want to, you know, learn from this that I can live a life with grief, but be happy. And even though I'm grateful for all my blessings, I don't think I've been 100% happy since June of 2012. So with that said, I think that this was very needed, and I'm excited, I'm grateful, I'm thankful, and I'm bringing you guys along, which means so much to me. And I'm so grateful that you guys have been worried and stressed out. But trust me, this is a good thing. And I'm learning to be me. I'm learning to face people, and I'm learning to step out and do it. I may not do it perfectly, and I may sometimes not want to leave my hotel room, and I may be a little scared sometimes, but I have to do this. And I think that, you know, I just have a lot of faith in God that I may not get that part that left with my brother back of mine, but maybe I get a new one. And I think if I can learn to maybe accept a new part of me, I think I could not be so numb all the time. And a lot of people say like, oh, Sebastian, you must be so cool to hang out with and all these things. And I'm not. I really am not. Sometimes I don't want to go out. And last year I did not go out. Last year I stayed home all year. Basically, I didn't drink. I didn't see friends. I was heavily depressed. I didn't go out to Halloween. I didn't do anything. Last year was a very tough year where I just stayed home and did nothing. And so, I mean, I worked and stuff, but socially, I was just very depressed. So I'm saying all of this because my brother decided to end his life. And that is something that I respect. That is something that I love. I mean, not that I love, but something that I respect, and it's something that will never make me love him less. But I have to learn how to live without him. Not that I want to, but I have to. And so with that being said, this is a good thing. I'm happy. I'm grateful. And, I'm thankful that my husband understands that I needed to do this. And so, it's been an adventure. I will be sharing a lot more with you guys a little later, but there's a lot of fun things coming, a lot of fun projects, and a lot of this is a good thing. So just trust that I know what I'm doing. Trust that this is for the best and that I really only have good intentions. And, just know that I love you all so much. And I'm so grateful that I get to bring you guys along and that there's so many fun things coming up. So love you all. And I'm very, very grateful for your concern. But trust me, this is something I have to do to regain that spark back that I lost in 2012. So I love you all. This is basically my eat, pray, love moment, okay? And girl, she's been eating. Anyways, I love you all, and I'll see you on my next one.